Hi, it's Karen Davis with Work Matters. Welcome to another great week. Today I'm going to be addressing some issues that have been coming up throughout the week with people in business that I've been speaking to. And it's a frustrating time right now. We're in the midst of, COVID-19, and our businesses are all changing, and the change is happening very quickly. So we're having to be very agile and quick in how we're responding to what the consumer is doing. So my first advice for the week is to stay motivated. And this is easier said than done when there isn't enough to keep us motivated. So the primary thing is to have a schedule. I can't stress how important that is to every day get up, get cute, and get out. Even if you're a guy, every few days, make sure you get that shave in. So just get up, get cute, and get out. It may just be going out to say hello to a neighbor, but you got to get out and about and feel that you're part of the human race. And it's a physical action, it's a physical movement. And so it's a way to get movement into your day right away. And movement is so important. The other thing is, I call it the check up from the neck up. And that's just basically adjusting your attitude. So, checking to see what's in here before you start engaging your day. So it can be shaking the cobwebs out of your head. It can be, making sure that you have a plan for your day. Sometimes people plan the night before or Sunday evenings for the whole week, or just make sure you've got a plan and do something for your intellect, something that's going to sharpen the saw that day. So that's another tip on staying motivated. And then, of course, feed the soul. It can be a very small thing. It can be a piece of music in the morning, hugging your kids in the morning. Maybe it's a poem. Maybe it's doing something for someone else that day. But there's just something that has to inspire you or feed the soul. So doing the physical act of getting up and getting going, sharpening the saw with the intellectual check up from the neck up, and then also feeding the soul with some sort of inspirational act that helps you get through your day. Just because we're in the middle of a pandemic doesn't mean to say that we drop these important things that we would be doing anyway to keep our business and ourselves successful. So now let's talk a little bit about keeping the business alive during COVID. And I think that we're having to get very innovative. But in most businesses, there's more than one avenue of income. So we've got to get very creative about following every stream of income that there can be in our business. So, for instance, of course, restaurants have moved to takeout. Some restaurants have moved to meal kits that you prepare your own meal. Drive-throughs have become popular again. So restaurants have really tried to become innovative to keep their services going. Now, maybe your business will be more like delivery to the door or remote services. There's some huge success stories about remote services where businesses are saying, I didn't know I didn't have to work that hard. I can work from home with Zoom. So if you get a little bit of innovative about your work, it's going to change. It's not going to feel the same. You might not be getting the rush that you would be getting from interacting with people, but at least it's going to keep your business alive for that day when you can re-engage. It might mean that you are taking sabbatical time to finish a marketing program or finish some school or finish a book or do some things that have been sitting there for a while, and you can't engage in the way you want, so you're carving out some time to do other things as well. So it doesn't have to be a loss. It can be a pause, or it can just be changing gears and changing direction. But don't give up. Don't just, say, that's it, I'm done, or, there's always something that can be done. Very seldom, even right now, do I advise somebody to close their doors. So if there's a way to do it, we'll find the way. So give me a call. It's really important right now to kind of really drill down on your clientele. There's a lot of people out there right now with nothing much to do but waste your time. So you're going to have to get very good at interrogative skills. That's just asking questions and then really listening for what's actually going on. So you're looking for keys to tell you if that consumer is a serious consumer. If you're chasing clouds and nebulous people, you're going to miss the concrete close, the people that are really there to close. So that means really sharpening your skills when it comes to asking the right questions and then listening really well to see if you indeed have a serious client in front of you. You just have to be sure you're working with serious people right now, because we don't have the time or the resources to waste or the money to waste right now on people that aren't serious. Now, that doesn't mean to say we don't treat everybody beautifully and that we don't invite them into our services when they're ready, but it's really imperative that you're working with serious clients right now. So questions like what, when, where is this going to take place, and how are you going to be, doing this transaction? These are the sorts of things that you're going to have to get really good at before you even show up. There should be some, COVID-19 questions to make sure that either the right paperwork is done if there's something regulatory, or to make sure that you've screened for your own health and the health of your other customers. So there's got to be some of that going on, and that's going to help weed through some of the people that aren't very serious as well. So fill out the forms, get the paperwork out. That's a really good indication of whether or not your client is going to be serious and a concrete close for you. So the other thing is, when you're asking questions, you're going to get some no's. And dealing with no's, no matter when, it's difficult, so it's something that it's a skill that's learned. It doesn't have to remain difficult. So first of all, never take a no personally, because no just means, to me, two things. It means not now, or it means I don't know enough to make that decision. If you really believe in your product, if you really believe in your service and yourself, if they're saying no, that's usually what it means is no, not right now, or I don't know enough. So you don't have to take that no personally. It's very important that you don't. This is business. And you can put them on a back burner. You can ask permission to stay engaged with them at a future time. You don't have to drop that lead just because there's a no on the table. My favorite four-letter word, people have heard this from me all the time, is next. So when I get a no, the first thing I'm thinking is, oh, well, that poor person doesn't know what they just turned down, and then, okay, who's next? And that's just kind of how to approach no. And look for a lot of them. You want to start getting as many no's as possible. I had a worksheet that I used to use back in my guerrilla marketing days when I had to get to 100 no's. And by the time I got to 60, 70 no's, I was getting yeses so often because I was getting so good at the ask. So just keep asking. The more the merrier. Get as many no's as possible, because that means you're out there doing it, and it means you're asking and doing the work and engaging people, and the more no's, the better, because those yeses are around the corner, and you're sharpening your skills. You're asking your interrogative skills. So let's see, is there anything else I have to tell you today? Oh yeah, one more thing on no's is you have to take 3 no's from a prospect. So if they say no to the primary service, you have to have a couple other questions to follow up and get no's to all 3 before they're a no. So can I put you in your database? Would you like a community newsletter? Would you like to know more information about the company? Do you need more information about the product? So just keep going through a list of no's per one client or one prospect. And that way, again, you're questioning, you're listening, you're engaging. So keep up, keep your spirits up. We're all in this together. Just remember to get up, get cute, get out. Even if you're a guy, cute applies to cute guys. So stay positive. If you're struggling with motivation or accountability or any kind of inspiration, call me at Work Matters, Karen Davis, 403-618-3836. It's always a pleasure coming to you, and have an absolutely phenomenal week.